Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Matt from Diazable, doing another album review. And today, I'm happy to check out this new album, the sophomore album from the band Fuming Mouth, with their new album, Last Day of Sun. Now, background on this band is they are from somewhere out in Massachusetts, if I'm correct. I can't remember the city. They started in 2013 and they play a style of death metal mixed with doom and sludge, a little bit of stoner and hardcore mixed in. I would summarize it pretty well. They've released a couple albums, one album and a few EPs, and I don't want to talk about this too much because I'm pretty sure it's been talked a lot in the scene and within the band and everything. But their lead guitarist, Mark, was diagnosed with cancer a few years ago, right before Corona, and fortunately, he beat it and everything, and so they came back strong with a new album and everything. So that's done. That's in the past. But yeah, we're looking forward to their future and everything. And let's talk about this album, dissect it a little bit. Yeah, creepy and distorted like vocals with some light drum pounding starts this song off, and then it leads into some more menacing guitars and just really helps build an atmosphere. And then out of nowhere, and right before the song kicks off, the lead vocalist Mark says "out of time" in just a big bold way that really sets this song off. Then I noticed the bass is really high in the mix, gives it some nice dirtiness and heaviness to the song. The vocals are very low and sound good because they're like in between that mid and low range of growls. So works really well with the song structure and the production here. Uh, as the song progresses, it switches more into some sludgy and doom style metal and into some groovy metal. So there's some nice flow here in terms of song structure. Guitars have like a heavy fuzziness to them that sounds interesting. Pretty epic solo is done as well as the song progresses. The one thing, the drums a little bit hard to hear at times. They're like kind of low in the mix, but it's still okay. They still sound fine for the most part. Bass really fills out towards the second half of the song and whatnot, and really adds some good texture to this song. There's a nice large and epic ending at the end with the breakdown and everything. At 6 minutes, this is a very long song, so there's a lot to digest and dissect here.
Even when you're gone, I'll tell them my religion's you when punctures come.
The transition into this song from the last song is pretty slick. It's pretty smooth. You wouldn't notice how clean it was. This one's a little bit faster, but still's got some sludge and like doom elements to it, thanks to the bass and everything. The guitars are very high pitched and have like a soaring like sound to them. It travels really far in terms of like the sound. Drums are still a bit buried, but they have a weird hollowness to them that adds some nice feeling to the song. Vocals still consistently good, low growls and everything, and like harsh yells. Sounds good. They got some catchy riffs towards the end of this song. It's opposite to the opener song. It's a bit of a faster track, and so I want to play a little clip of "Respect and Blasphemy." I think I said that right. That guitar and that bass together just sounds so great. Very heavy and slow opening with those distorted guitars here. The vocals sound very monstrous, and then as the song progresses and goes along, they smack you in the face with some clean vocals that you would not be expecting from this band, and they sound beautiful. They sound wonderful. They sound so like healthy, like coming from a really deep place within them, and it just sounds great. And then he switches back into some heavy low growls that just flow perfectly into each other. There's a good balance between slow and explosive playing here. And then towards the end of the song, there's some like scratchy, waily guitars that like it's like a solo and everything, and then it just goes right back into that powerful chorus. So with that being said, I've got to play a clip for the Silence Beyond Life for you. Great song.
Should have died
That chorus is so good. Sorry if I looked weird mouthing that, but whatever. The riffs are really heavy and they're really dirty here. They sound awesome. Drums are mixed better. There's some cool guitar playing in the background as the leads take the charge, but like the backing guitars sound really interesting here. The song feels like it has some weight to it. Like there's something's really being said here. They're really playing like some really emotions here. Like, yeah, it's not a whatever song, it feels like. I think it's the way the guitars are played here that add to the whole heaviness and weight to the song. And then there's a dirty ass breakdown with the bass at the end that's just very nice. Here they're bringing it down a bit, making it slower and kind of giving you a feeling of depression as you listen to it. Has a great atmosphere overall, but the vocals, they just sound really off on timing and like just really jarring a bit. And then like with the guitar strumming in the background and everything just doesn't seem to really match up well. It just seems really disjointed and disorganized. Now, I think I know what they were trying to do here to create that atmosphere. Like I feel and understand what they're doing, but it doesn't seem like it was executed very well. So yeah, I want to love it, but I just can't. Drums are mixed really good here. They have a really good punch to them. Like they sound the best so far up until this point with this track. Heavy down to guitars with some fun groovy riffs, and then the lyrics that are being said here are very like revealing and very open, so it's very relatable. I feel there's some crazy riffs towards the end of the song that really build up this song and give it like a sense of urgency, so it has like a very like anxiety inducing feeling to it. Slow, sludgy, distorted. This is a really good interlude here. It has a lot of meat to it, and like how it plays is really short, and how it just builds up on itself and creates a really messy, disgusting atmosphere in a good way that just leads right into the next song. It's a great transitional song, beautifully done. Bass is actually kind of like almost too loud here. It kind of feels like it's blown out, but it makes the song sound really heavy, so that's a nice trade-off here. Drums are mixed in pretty well here, but I would say the way they're being played is pretty simple and not too impressive, but they're effectively simple. But yeah, his pronunciation when he's screaming and singing and everything is very clear, even when he's doing harsh vocals. So that's very impressive. That's a hard thing to do, I think. Beefy guitars at the end of the song, as he and then also he's like repeating was it kill over and over, just really mixes well here. So I think it's a well-crafted song, so I want to play a clip for you for it. Kill the disease. Oh, nice. Large drum fill set this song up. Then it moves into some sensational and heavy guitar sound work. Then they add like some backing choirs to the song and everything. It has like a haunting, ominous feel to it, which is interesting because it changes the song very dynamically and makes it more sonically pleasing, I think. Then there's a long and sorrowful guitar part that just gives more life to this song. And then it devolves into like a heavy and dirty mess that's just like nice. Sludgy and thrashy song with some really heavy bass being played and some real ripping guitars. They're just shredding on here. It has a good swing to it with how sharp the guitar sounds and everything, so that's pretty fun to listen. The lyrics, not very happy. They're kind of depressing. After he's saying rest in piss, it just goes into like a heavy and catchy like I'm being clubbed to death by some like ogres and you're being shown no mercy, like just how heavy it sounds. This is a very headbanging song. If you love to headbang, you're going to enjoy this song a lot. And the breakdown, it's slow and heavy, but kind of like bland and generic. But they're playing it pretty well. Like it's nothing too wowing, but they play it well. Very bass-driven song here with some doom-like guitars backing it up. It's a slow and low. Bass-driven song here with some doom-like guitars and very slow and deep-sounding drums. The song has a typical Fuming Mouth structure where it's like slow and groovy at the beginning, and then it goes fast and chugs and goes really quick. And the vocals, though, they do seem a bit winded towards the back end of the song. Like he seems a little bit tired and not fully fleshing out his vocals. The breakdown is dumb heavy. We got some more haunting backing vocals here, which add some more variety to the album and everything, so that's nice. Drums sound good here and have some good fills. Like this might be the best drumming on the album, I feel. The drums really make this song feel more fleshed out. And some of the vocals, though, they seemed a little bit muffled. Like it's hard to hear them a little bit, but overall, it's a pretty decent song. It's very impressive that from their 2019 debut to this, they were able to, if not make an equally good album, but something better, because they were able to add so much variety here and just step up their game by adding clean vocals, more interesting backing vocals, playing some well, they always had bass driven stuff to them, but like using more bass and making it sound more hefty and everything. Strong, crisp guitars and playing and everything. Everything just seems so a step above of what they're doing, which makes me, I think this is the most impressive music they've made up until this point, which is good because you should be evolving, you should be making more impressive music as you go along in your career, just like anything. So I'll say that I appreciate the variety they added here because it makes the songs, the album go by really quick in a good way and feels really full body, has a really good pace to it and everything. And yeah, so those are like the best parts of this album. I think the only thing that I could say was a bad thing here is maybe the production on the drums a little bit, because it was hard to hear the drums at times. They were really drowned out, and when they could be heard, they had some good playing to them, but sometimes the drums seemed a little bit too simple and not too exciting or thrilling to listen to. But I think with this style of doom and sludgy heavy metal, you don't really have that many dynamic drum parts. You don't really need them necessarily. But at times I wish it was a little bit more fleshy and hot drumming and everything. But overall, still a very wonderful album. So my final thoughts on this album from Fuming Mouth is I think it's a solid, very solid 9 out of 10. Yeah. And totally forgot. Another thing that's really great about this album are the lyrics, the vocals. They are so like important how well the lyrics are written. And I think you can definitely tell after the whole cancer scare and everything good through that, the struggles and whatnot, the band not playing for a while, they really like flesh these lyrics out. And they just seem so relatable, so like depressing, but so like relieving in a weird way. If you listen to them, like if you're having a tough time, I feel like they can really, really speak to you. So that was another thing that was super impressive here. They weren't just saying stuff or being heavy or being dark for some odd reason. They had good reason to be dark and like depressing and stuff. They were going through some shit. So kudos to them on that. So yeah, that is my review for this new album from Fuming Mouth. Links down below. Check them out. I'm Matt. Thanks for coming on by and seeing this review. And check something else I got on. See what else I got. Tell me how I did. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.